Skechers took extreme comfort and cutting-edge technology and swirled it together. You'd get new Skechers Swirl Tech, the future of comfort and performance footwear, with ultra-lightweight hyperburst cushioning for extreme comfort, plus Goodyear performance rubber. New Skechers Swirl Tech.
Here's what you need to know about Chromebooks. Chromebooks are powerfully simple laptops.
guarantee that any human being
Your destiny, your future is not predicated. So I want to challenge you to waste no more effort wrestling with other people. Your destiny, your future is not predicated on the decision of someone else. You've wasted too much of your life trying to change other people's mind about you. It doesn't matter what they think about you. God is not going to bless you by their opinion. God is going to bless you by how you see yourself.
I must be inclined that it's somebody who's holding back on a decision, holding back on moving forward, and you're holding back because of fear. Fear of being rejected, being replaced, fear of people that you want to accept you won't accept you, fear of moving out. When fear controls you, your decisions become illogical. And it's a problem because God is not the author or the generator of fear.
It is a spiritual attack that comes against you in spiritual ways. And because you are up under attack in your spirit, in your mind, in your emotions, you are lonely. No matter who you're around, no matter how many people know you, you end up alone because you are up under a private battle that you can't talk about.
just start acting like you're blessed, talking like you're blessed, thinking like you're blessed, dressing like you're blessed. If you will put actions behind your faith, one day you will see that become a reality. You cannot go around thinking that you've reached your limits. You're going to become what you believe. You are fully equipped. It may not have happened in your past, but it can happen in your future. And I'm asking you to go get what belongs to you. You are blessed. You are prosperous. Start acting like it, talking like it, dreaming like it.
Patience. There's a type of person for whom everything is undertaken out of desire to achieve a goal. They exercise in order to get in shape. They start a business in order to make money. I'm sure that some of these people are very successful, and they are certainly highly organized. A person of truly strong character sees success as an adventure, not as a point with an estimated time of arrival. Impatient thinking can lead a person into some very big mistakes. When you are always looking somewhere else, whether it's down the road or up toward the top of the mountain or off toward...
Have you ever found yourself stuck in one of life's storms? And no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, it seems that you can't make any headway.
My cousin Wayne.
So many times the storms in our life, we didn't prepare for them, we didn't plan for them, we didn't ask for them, we didn't even cause them, they just suddenly happen.
I want to talk to us this morning about hidden blessings in the storms of life. Each of us this morning is in either one of three situations. You are either headed towards a storm, or you are just coming out of a storm, or you are in a storm right now. But whatever your situation, God is in control. Storms come suddenly, but God is not surprised. I still believe that things can turn around for me. I still believe that this is not my final position. I still believe that my family can get better. I still believe that if I lose this job, there is another job for me. Still believe that my marriage is not over. Turn to your neighbor and say, you gotta keep your hope. Clap somebody and say, I believe. Is there anything you believe in that you'll sweat for, that you'll work for, that you'll labor for, that you'll commit yourself to? Is there anything that you love other than yourself?
Just because we have a problem is not an indication that God doesn't love us. Our faith will be tested at different times in our life. If we weren't going to have any problems, we wouldn't need any faith. That's what faith is for. Faith takes us through the times that we don't understand and helps us come out victorious on the other side. You may be going through something, but the good news is you're going through. You're still moving. You're still alive. You're still breathing. You're going somewhere. You're going through. You're not devastated in the middle of, you're going through. And guess what? When you come out on the other side, you're going to be stronger than you were when you went in, and you won't even smell like smoke.
We get disappointed in the way that God does certain things. We get disappointed in the people that don't help us along the way. But just because you're disappointed in people, don't jump off the ship and drown in the sea. Just because people let you down, don't give up on God, who never will. Just because you lost a job, don't stop trusting that God is my provider.
Sometimes you have to go through something to really get your insight, to find out who you really are, to find out what you really got, to find out that you're tougher than you thought you were, to find out that you can do more than you thought you could do. Through my eyesight, I connect with that which is around me, not that which is within me. And sometimes I cannot be delivered by that which is around me. I can only be delivered by that which is within me. If I look around me, I see circumstances. If I look in me, I see hope. So sometimes in order to really get your focus, you have to shut down your eyesight to build up your insight. Shut your eyes to what you see and turn on your insight to what you believe. You can't help victims when you see yourself as a victim. You have to announce your recovery to yourself. You gotta command yourself, get up out of this hospital bed and start to moving.
Clarity. Because when you get in a storm, you become real clear of what matters and what does not. When you get in a storm, you're not trying to say, oh my God, let me get my Gucci bag. No. When you're in a storm, you get clarity as to what matters. Your priorities come into view when you're in a storm.
So if you can't control something and you can't get control of it, you have to at least embrace what you can. There's only so much you can do, and you cannot completely eliminate it, but you can't control it. So why are you going to worry about it? Why are you going to stress about it? If there's something that's completely beyond your control, you got to detach from it and not let yourself get stressed about it.
Dreams without goals remain dreams, just dreams, and ultimately fuel disappointment. Dreams without goals, yearly goals, life goals, daily goals, monthly goals, hourly goals, goals on the road to achievement cannot be achieved without discipline and consistency. You understand?
Someone's gonna get the candy in life. There's always candy in life. That piñata eventually always breaks down. Do you want to be the person who was there in the beginning, hitting as hard as you could and sacrifice it and never get the candy? Or are you going to get something for your pain? Are you going to get something for your effort? Are you going to get something for this sacrifice you're making? You got to get something for this pain. You got to stick in the game until the candy comes out, and then we all get to celebrate. I promise you there's going to be a payoff for you.
The big challenge is to make something out of each opportunity. Now, if winters are always going to occur in our life, shouldn't we benefit from them too? Come the next winter, you could be on the inside looking out, seated by a warm fire, the company of a good friend, and those unique feelings of security in spite of the circumstances or the season.
Don't go by what you feel. Your feelings don't always tell you the truth. Your emotions will try to convince you that it's never going to work out. Your mind will tell you all the reasons it's not going to happen. Look how big those obstacles are, and walk by faith. It may still be dark out, but I know you start the day in the dark. I know that means light is on the way. Keep doing the right thing. You're in a new day. You pass midnight. It may be 3 in the morning. I've learned the longer it's taking, the better it's going to be. God is getting you prepared for the blessing He's already prepared for you. When it's taking a long time, that's because the blessing is bigger than you can handle right now. He's getting you stronger, more mature, more confident. Don't be discouraged because it's been dark a long time. That's a sign God is about to do something that you've never seen. It's going to be bigger, more rewarding, more fulfilling than you've ever imagined.
You have to be honest with yourself and truthful with yourself. And I think a lot of times what it is for me, I was expecting things from people that I wasn't giving to people. And so that's very selfish. So I have to look at myself and say, you know what, this part of my personality needs to be changed and needs to be fixed. So it's that reality that you have to have with yourself and that truthfulness and not knowing that it doesn't make you weak by admitting these things. It doesn't make you less by admitting these things.
Begin to know now that the night will pass, and as you learn to grow and progress, you will better understand how to handle every night and better live every day. Don't be afraid to face the facts of life. It is not negative to understand that the winters always come. Don't clip the word impossible out of the dictionary. Don't say, I don't want to hear the problem. I don't want to see the difficulties. Don't show me the weeds. Don't say anything negative. Only see the positive. That's foolish. There is a thin line between positive thinking and kidding yourself. And remember, there's also a thin line between faith and folly.
You think things are gonna just go your way? Well, they're not gonna just go your way. You gotta make them go your way. You think things are gonna just happen for you? Well, they're not just gonna happen for you. You gotta make them happen. To my life, who leads my mind? I change my diet. I'm saved, but I gotta change.
That's what's gonna grow in your life. I'm saved, but I gotta change my diet. I'm saved, but I gotta change who influences me, who speaks into my life, who leads my mind, who determines what looks good on me, who determines what I can do and who I am. What's wrong with you is all those people who knew you win, because if they knew you win, they'll hold you to back then. I gotta go.
Because whatever you identify as the source of your stress determines what you consider the source of your peace. And that's why I don't like to blame people for my stress. Because if people brought me the stress, then I need people to change for me to have peace. But I'm past the point in my life of wanting for people to have to act a certain way, for me to have peace in my own heart.
Wisdom, like the learning capacity of the human brain, is infinite. There will always be more to know, and there will always be plenty of room in your brain for everything you learn. Life is a paradise, really, if you're a person who genuinely wants wisdom. We all want to be successful, and I'm certainly in favor of that, but I've known some people who literally wanted all the money they could get. Not what the money could buy, but the money itself. Wanting all the money in the world is like wanting to know all there is to know in the world. Except the man who wants all the money is miserable. He'll never get it all, and he'll never think he has enough. Even if he had rooms filled with $1,000 bills, he'd still want the next man's nickel. And he'd be in pain about that, filled with envy about it. The man who wants wisdom also wants to look back over his shoulder at the other guy, but he just wants to see what the other guy is reading. And if the other guy is reading a book he hasn't read yet, he's actually happy about it. He looks forward to reading it himself. You don't have to give up something in order for me to have it. You can give me your wisdom and now I'll have it, but you still have it too. When one person shares wisdom with another, neither person is diminished. In fact, both are made wiser. Giving and taking is such a basic experience for most of us, but the whole concept of giving and taking doesn't really apply to wisdom. There's no giving and taking, there's only sharing. Unlike the other things people hunger for, wisdom is very hard to visualize. We could imagine rooms full of money, but how can you picture a room full of wisdom?
So easy. So easy to put things off. So easy to say, you're going to do it tomorrow. Well, I want you to reprogram your brain and tell yourself that tomorrow is not a viable option. You do it today. You get it done today. That's what you do.
It's not what's happening to you that's hurting you. It is the threat of what could happen to you that is stealing every good day you got. You can't enjoy the good days because the enemy is threatening you, so you don't get any peace when things are well, and you don't get any peace when things are bad. Because when things are good, you're worried about them going bad. And when they're bad, you're dealing with what bad happened, and you haven't had any rest. You've had sleep, but you haven't had rest. You're tired when you get up. You're tired when you go down. You are up under attack.
So feeling safe and feeling secure is very important to me, and I think very important to every single person. I think that God created us to feel safe, secure, confident, and bold. Your soul maybe has it blocked, but God did not create you for fear and worry and insecurity and a lack of confidence and extreme shyness and extreme timidity.
Wisdom is not a thing you can buy, or a course you can take in school, or a degree you can earn. Wisdom is not really something you can get from another person, yet you can gain some wisdom from everyone you meet. Wisdom is something a wise man always feels he needs more of. Yet the true sources of wisdom lie nowhere but within ourselves. There are plenty of people who are too smart for their own good, people who are filled to overflowing with facts and technical knowledge, but who are sadly lacking in human understanding and common sense. What is this thing you call common sense? What is this stuff you call human wisdom? What is this thing you call strong character? I've seen people who have everything you could possibly want, every object you could dream of, everything you can drive down the street or sail on the ocean. But on the inside, where the real person lives, they're broke. They haven't got anything. They haven't got a clue. The rest of us must look around us for wisdom, and look for it in everything we read, and in everything we do, and in everyone we meet. And most of all, we must look for it in ourselves. Perhaps more than any other element of strong character, wisdom is a quality that we must earn and learn on our own. Yes, wisdom is a unique component of character. If you don't have it, nobody can tell you what it is. And if you do have it, probably you'll be wise enough never to say, "I'm a wise person." Part of wisdom is knowing what you lack and looking for it and asking for it. Another part of wisdom is knowing, at the same time as you ask, that there are no final answers. There are always more questions. There are always more things and people you don't now know and haven't yet heard of or seen. So you may have that retirement package. You may have the medical benefits, the pension, the Sunbelt home, and a steady income you can live on. What good is it if you're isolated? And I don't mean just physically alone. I mean isolated from a real sense of connection with what's come before and with what lies ahead. It's here that wisdom provides very real, very practical benefits. It's wisdom that provides a sense of life's value and assurance that all the effort has been worthwhile. There's no question that we must take care of our material needs, but a fulfilled life requires meaning as well as substance. Wisdom is the fruit of experience. Experience is something everyone gets if they live long enough, but not everyone knows what to do with it. Wisdom comes from seeing the world and the people in it, and from noticing patterns and connections, and from using what other people let you see of themselves in order to understand your own self.
Credit goes to our awesome patrons who make videos like this one possible. Consider joining them to support our work. You can also support us by subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell button to get notified when our new videos are released. And as always, thank you for watching.
Till we have to go back in.
I hate being back at the office.
I hate having 30 minutes for lunch.
I hate it.
Vivian.
Yep.
No, Vivian. Oh.
If you're not back at your desk in 10 minutes, you're fired.
Do you guys ever dream of...
And we saw it in that round. I expected a good fight tonight.
Mickey Ward starts off with a left hook upstairs, not the trademark punch. That one goes to the ribs, but perhaps a reminder to Gatti, I'll throw it up here too. Gatti's take on how to fight Mickey Ward, who is a body puncher destroyer. Well, he says body punchers don't like it to the body. I'll hit him in the rib cage too.
And I think he's going to do that too.
Another big left hook.
Mickey's not going to get behind on points in this fight in case he gets stopped on an accidental injury. That's for sure. He's coming out off the bat.
Normally a slower starter who sort of builds tempo as the fight goes on, but that's a good point. He probably learned a bit of a lesson in Texas about the importance of getting off early.
Yes, but he's also learned the importance of throwing a straight right hand, too, because that looping right hand is not going to be effective tonight.
Straight.
Gaddy's been all over the scale, 130, 135, up to 147, now back to 140. I think he may finally be fighting Emmanuel at his most effective weight.
Yes,
and he knows combination punching skill there.
And there's a cut on the right eye of Mickey Ward. It's on the corner. I don't know if it's dangerous, but from that left hook that Gaddy landed earlier.
Gaddy's looking very good. His treatment punches real loose, freely. Everything is flowing beautiful, and he's moving out of the way very gracefully.
Now Arturo looks good in there, as he's already opened up the cut above Ward's right eye, same eye over which Ward was cut in his loss to Vince Phillips.
And it does look like a bad cut.
Looks
Jim.
deep. Well, you know, we mentioned the two cut men, Al Gavin and Joe Souza. You don't normally hear those names in the pre-fight on camera, but it was necessary tonight.
That's right, and if he can make it back to the corner, Al Gavin is a good cut man. In fact, both of them are good cut men.
Al's as good as there is. If there's anybody who's that good, it's Joe Souza, who's across the way.
So both guys may end up bleeding if this fight continues at the way that it's going.
Well, any fight in which Arturo doesn't bleed is an upset. Look at the combinations, though, from Gaddy.
Everything is flowing beautiful. Very natural.
The fighters who customarily give Gaddy trouble have jabs. And we haven't seen any jabs or many jabs coming from Ward.
Now that's a great point, Larry. In his losses to Ivan Robinson and Angel Manfredi, he was beaten to the jab. Ward walks in without jabbing. That's perfect for Gaddy. Arturo looking over at us as if to say, I agree with the call.
Good round for Arturo Gaddy.
Excellent.
Confidence on the outside.
Now what, huh? Bucket?
Right here to the right. Right here.
Now this is Gavin to the right of your screen, and you can see that Al has already gone to work.
Okay.
Let's take a look at how this cut was opened in the first round. I believe, as Larry said, on an Arturo Gaddy left hook. Well, the cut's already there.
Bad of problems as the cut may be, I think the biggest problem that Ward is having is dealing with the rhythm right now, Gaddy. Gaddy's got his rhythm to move it. He's doing everything very natural. Everything is flowing smoothly. And I think it's going to continue that way unless Mickey steps it up.
Mickey's going to have to crowd Arturo against the ropes. He won't beat Gaddy in the middle of the ring. Gaddy simply has better feet.
That's a good fact. And also upper body movement. Gaddy's moving his upper body, not just moving. He's moving, bobbing, and weaving. Mixing up his punches very well.
Uppercut, left hook. Gaddy firing from all angles. It looks so far as though the marriage of Gaddy and Buddy McGirt is paying huge dividends for Arturo's basic craft.
Absolutely, he looks very good. He's doing a more variety of things. For the most part, Mickey is very predictable right now. And the speed and the different movements is really confusing Mickey. You can see it if you study his mind.
But we've seen Mickey Ward lose every minute of every round and win the fight, as he did against Alfonso Sanchez. You can never count him out.
Let him go, let him go.
Ward is having problems with the power power that Gaddy has got. Because Gaddy's a good puncher. He turns all of his body through his punches, and he's what we call a free puncher. He lets all of his body turn all the way through, very loose and natural. It's the variety of things that he's doing that's really causing a lot of problems.
You understand?
Whereas Mickey is very predictable. Plus, I think the punching power of Gaddy, in addition to his boxing, is very effective.
Yeah, between rounds, when we focused on Ward's corner to watch Al Gavin work the cut, I'm told that Arturo Gaddy's people, trainer Buddy McGirt in particular, were telling him, you've got too much power for Mickey. He's not used to facing power like yours.
At this stage, he's got a little bit of too much of everything.
Started to say, I think it's the speed more than the power.
The speed, and he's shooting uppercuts, left hooks, right hands over the shoulder, a variety of things.
Like numbers, Arturo threw 70 punches in round one. He's going to wind up throwing more than 70 at this rate in round two. And he's connecting at a high percentage, and Ward is just occasionally getting in a pot shot here and there.
The impressive thing about what Gaddy is doing is that when he throws those combinations, he's not staying there long enough to get hit in return.
Ward is doing exactly what he should do now. He's closing the distance now to try to neutralize some of the movements. He's closing the distance before he punches.
There you keep the punches up.
And now Cappuccino warning Gaddy to keep punches up. So let's make a note that there was a verbal warning at the end of round two.
Okay, now listen. When he gets close to you, keep your hands up. Now he's trying to get that body shot. So when he gets close to you, just keep him turning, okay? You're boxing beautiful. Just keep using the speed, okay? Straight right hand.
You can punch on him while they're on. You just stand there. Head movement, double jab. Head movement, double jab. Your overhand right, you got to keep your right hand out. All he's looking for is a hook or an uppercut on you. That's it. Deep breath. Come on, use the 30-second rest.
Put your head back.
Amen. Swallow.
Just keep moving your head.
As long as it goes, the better
Come on, man. You hurt him there, bro. Okay.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
CompuBox numbers through the second round. Arturo Gaddy averaging 29 jabs thrown per round. That makes it very difficult for Ward, who doesn't really have a jab, to start his attack.
But Ward seems to be applying more pressure now and trying to get closer. He's going to have to continue doing that. He can't sit back at a distance. He's going to have to get very close to Gaddy if he's got any chance of pulling this fight off.
And he's going to have to trust that Al Gaddy can keep the cut under control and keep him in the fight even as he presses forward.
Yes, he does. Gavin Singleton did a good job. Usually, a good cut man takes 2 rounds before the blood really coagulates.
Hard left hook by Arturo Gaddy. Gaddy landing a lot of punches cleanly and sharply. Ward trying to feint his way inside. Looks as though Gaddy is so conscious of Ward's left hook that there might be an opening here for Ward to land the right hand. But he's not really quick with the right, the way he is with the left.
See, Ward is primarily dealing with one punch for the most part. Most of the punch is going to strictly his left hand. And most good fighters can neutralize that. He's going to have to stay, just as he's doing now, he's going to have to continue to do that, to stay close.
Gaddy turning away from Ward at the ropes and back to the center of the ring.
Well, he's not going to be able to deal with Gaddy's speed anyway, so he's just going to stay closer, and that's the only chance he's got.
Stop! Earlier in the round, Ward landed his first good hook to the body. He has to do more of that if he's going to be there in the second half of the fight.
He just landed his second good left hook to the body.
You got to remember also that Gaddy himself cuts up and swells up pretty bad himself.
Well, and if anything will take Gaddy's foot movement away, it would be that left hook to the body. If Ward could get it in there.
And he's getting closer and closer now.
What Gaddy's people have been most concerned about is just this kind of stuff that will keep Ward in the fight long enough to rust up Gaddy.
Yep, and here comes the Lowell, Massachusetts contingent rising to the occasion for their fighter. And here's Gaddy with some of that the body medicine.
Now the fight is set out to be what we expected.
Maybe those body punches have slowed Gaddy down a little bit.
Now he's trying to slow Ward down with body punches too. Good sharp left hook upstairs by Gaddy. Uppercuts for Arturo. Handstand. Ward cut opening again.
Ward has got to keep it in tight like that. That's what they came here for.
You got to respect. Listen to me. When you get inside, don't take that body shot, Arturo. Don't listen to me. You finished beautiful. You don't have to take that shot. Don't take it. As soon as you get inside, go to your left.
Round 4 begins. In round 3, the two fighters, by CompuBox estimate, landed a combined 63 power shots. 30 for Gaddy, 23 for Ward. Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim. 3-0, 30-27, Arturo Gaddy. Jim, I gotta tell you, Arturo Gaddy showing us not only beautiful combination, but really, really nice ring generalship. It's a big ring, probably something like 22 feet. He's moving beautifully, keeping Mickey Ward off balance. When he did stand still in the last minute of round 3, he ripped those shots to the body. Always combinations. I think Arturo Gaddy's won all 3 rounds, although the third one was close.
Given that Ward is the New England fighter, Manny, you have to be surprised at the size of the ring.
Yes, I thought it would be a smaller ring to favor him, but right now the ring is a big ring, which really would favor Gaddy since he's coming to this fight predicted that he would be the boxer.
Gaddy's left eye beginning to swell. No blood yet. Gaddy's left eye swells in virtually every fight.
That's because of those high cheekbones that he has. Good right hand. Good right hand. Good right hand. And Gaddy good right hand. And he hurt him with that right hand too.
Gaddy trying to clear his head, comes back with his own punches.
Now the Warrior is going to come out of both of those guys. I don't think the boxing is going to be too much from this point on. I think Gaddy's going to have to fight Mickey because Mickey's putting too much pressure on him now. And he's going to resort back to what he's been doing most of his career, and that's the punch.
Gaddy to the body. Gaddy with uppercut. Right hand. Oh, this is good stuff.
Looks like there's blood coming now from Ward's mouth.
But we saw Ward in those type of fights. Remember the fight with Emmanuel Burton, so this is just one of his normal fights.
Fight of the year for 2001, Ward Burton broke a lot of confidence. Oh, that's another right-hand bomb by Mickey Ward. Gaddy takes this one a little better, but he's been rocked in this round. Oh, big left hook by Ward, big left hook by Gaddy.
In that fight against Emmanuel Burton, the 35-year-old Ward averaged 118 punches around.
And what's surprising me now, he's coming back with a beautiful short right hand. That's what his most effective punch tonight has been, the right hand now, more so than the body punch.
I thought it was a little bit low.
And Frank Cappuccino thought so too, and he's going to rule no knockdown, and he's taking a point away from Gaddy.
You got 5 minutes to recoup.
Key ruling by Frank Cappuccino. Didn't hesitate at all. He was sure of what he'd seen.
Now, you got 5 minutes to the end of the round.
They've sounded a bell to end the round.
Keep doing it. You know what's happening. Okay. Taylor, go ahead.
Harold, why did the round end?
Okay, Jim, let me tell you something. It's miscommunication between the referee and the timekeeper. When Frank Cappuccino saw that low blow, there's no question he should have yelled timeout. At which point, Mickey Ward would have up to 5 minutes to recover. If he can't, continue at the 5 minutes, he loses. But the timekeeper never stopped the clock, and that's all there was to it. He let it run. He let the round run out. Does he have 5 minutes now?
Ward still have 5, yeah.
No. Absolutely not. 1 minute rest period.
Let's take a look and see if the blow was low. Yes, it was.
Yep.
That's how we saw it.
You heard Mickey Ward. He's all set. He wants to go. Why is that not a surprise?
In round 4, both guys threw more than 30 power shots and landed more than half. So it is becoming the slugfest everyone anticipated, despite Arturo Gatti's skillful efforts to make it a boxing match in the early rounds. Look at the granite in Ward's skin as he takes 3 plus power shots.
But he doesn't return fire until Gatti is finished, which invites Gatti to keep going.
Emmanuel, how discouraging is it to Arturo to have landed the kind of bombs he's landed?
It's got to, because he's turning full force on those shots. And actually hasn't really hurt Ward. He hits him with the punches, full force, and Ward may wiggle a lot from the impact of it and lose his balance, but he's never shown that he's been seriously hurt yet. And the only one to me that's been hurt has been Gatti. He got hit with a short right hand.
Absolutely.
Another short right hand by Ward again.
We're about halfway through the round right now. We've lost our round clock. About a minute and a half to go in the round now. Blood begins to flow from above Ward's right eye again. But look at the distance between the two fighters. This is becoming Mickey Ward's fight. They're fighting in a phone booth, and that's the way he wants it.
You know, this is reminiscent of a fight many years back, since we're speaking of the 50s, between a guy named Colin Basilio and Tony DeMarco.
Basilio, one of the fighters I mentioned at the beginning of the night.
Yes. You know, you could take those white shorts off and put one pair of white and one pair of black on, and we could go all the way back to the 50s.
It is man against man in there. This bout is scheduled for 10.
Well, I'll tell you what, the fans are going to get 12 rounds of action out of 10 rounds tonight.
Now they're going to get 15 rounds.
More. Oh, look at that! Look at that combination! And then Gatti's right eye is bleeding. Yeah.
The blood begins.
And he's loaded up every punch.
A tremendous rally by Mickey Ward. And the timekeeper can't seem to get it straight when to ring the bell.
I see what Frank Cappuccino was saying now.
Yep.
Just aim your punches. You got this.
I got the towel, man. Don't worry. Keep that. How you feel?
Give me your head. Let me work for you.
Close, man.
Touch him, and turn out. You stay in the side, take unnecessary body punishment. Don't take it. Princess Mikey. Come on, baby. We got to suck it up like a champ.
We talked earlier of the tremendous...
Everything that he's shooting is landing pretty good, turning all of his body weight through on every punch. And at this stage, if you don't look closer, you think that Ward is about to give. And here Ward's coming back. And I didn't think that Gatti was expecting to throw that many punches, especially the short punches that he's shooting.
Larry, we're halfway through.
We talked about the amazing condition and endurance and will of Ward, and we saw it in that round, how he came back at Gatti. As Emmanuel, as you mentioned, Gatti hasn't had to throw that many punches for a long time.
No, and he's landed some beautiful shots. But, you know, as I said earlier, now Gatti is starting to swell up and bleed also. But at this stage, I would still have Gatti with it, but it looks very promising for Mickey. Because Mickey has not been hurt yet. He's been hit with some great shots, but he's never staggered or wavered at all.
Gentlemen, in the 5th round, they landed 98 punches by CompuBox estimate. 88 of them power shots, almost evenly distributed.
Boy, keep that control there.
A hellacious round. So the pace slows slightly here in round 6.
Gaddy's fighting his sticks is going to come out now, and it's going to be nothing but a slugfest, I think, for the most part. And I think Ward is going to put enough pressure on him where he can't really box him. He's going to have to fight.
If Mickey Ward wants to come to you, he will walk through a hailstorm of punishment to do it.
And you better watch that short right hand that he's trying to get close to shoot over the shoulder now. That seemed to be his key punch.
He's turning it over
again. Yes.
He's turning it over like never before.
And that's just as dangerous as the left hook to the body is at this point in the fight.
Oh, what a haymaker by Gatti. And Ward just comes right back.
Business as usual.
Big left hook by Gatti. Ward says, I'll walk with you over here. Relentless.
That's the right hand again. And he shooting straight across the shoulder as if he's anticipating the movement of Gatti. Instead of shooting at Gatti's head a lot, Ward is shooting straight at his shoulders, and he's catching him because most of the time Gatti tries to avoid the right by going down instead of pulling away.
But Gatti is fighting a good round here.
He's winning this round big.
He's gone back to some movement, throwing combinations, trying to move away, standing and fighting, moving again, trying to move his upper body. This is a very good Gatti we're looking at here.
Yep, in the War of Wills, Gatti has taken it to another step. And now Ward is going to have to reimpose himself as he did in rounds 4 and 5.
Gatti's went back to boxing. I didn't think he would, but he went back to boxing. It's working very effective, too.
Yep. And Joe Souza just left great work, but I see no blood on Gatti's right eye.
Ward pounds his heart as if to say, I can take anything you can give. And he can.
That's it, baby. That's the key. Listen to me. He's in the same fight you're in, okay? He's feeling the same tired as you, if not tired. Nice and smart. Okay, now when he gets close to you, listen to me. If you don't feel like punching, move your upper body. He's not going to do anything. Okay, then go back to the jab. You see you on the ropes, you touch, touch, touch. Keep doing that till you get that second win. Take a deep breath. Now we boxing like Arturo Gatti. Okay, listen to me. Look at me, baby. You got this fight. You can rest all day tomorrow, you understand? Yeah. This is for all the marbles, baby. You understand me? Box.
Give him business. You know what I would do? Nick, we got to back him up. He's hitting it here. He's hitting it here, man. Do it back, please. Come on, let's go.
People in boxing have been looking forward to this fight for a couple of years. They're getting what they were looking forward to.
And 6 rounds in the books, 4 more to go. Harold, how do you have it?
Okay, Jim, 4 rounds to 2, 57-56, Arturo Gatti. Jim, Mickey Ward gets an extra point in the 4th round, and Frank Cappuccino took away a point for a low blow. It may be crucial at the end of this fight. Round 5, I thought Mickey Ward pulled out, because sometimes what you do in the last 30 seconds is just an accumulation of what you've done in the first 2.5 minutes. And it was a great rally by Ward at the end of round 5. Round 6, Arturo Gatti comes back strong. 4-2 Gatti, but Gatti by only 1 point.
I have Gatti ahead 4-1 and 1 even because of that point taken away.
And for the moment, Gatti has succeeded in tempting Ward back into a boxing match.
Yes, he has. Gatti's doing a beautiful job. He's going back to his boxing, his corners, his instructors. He's mixing up his attack. Once again, Mickey seems to be confused.
You heard the impassioned speech between rounds by Buddy McGirt, who's been there against some terrific fighters and is turning out to be a very good trainer. Ward pops that Gatti again with that right hand.
I wonder what kind of brains ahead that both these guys have. I mean, they get hit with punches right on the chin, and it seems like it just simulates him. There's another right hand again, and it comes right back.
Big counter left hook by Gatti there, as Ward was a little long with the straight right hand. Left it out there, Arturo popped it.
All right, good. That's what I want to see.
I think Gatti's doing beautiful with his new style of boxing. He's mixing up his work, boxing beautiful, but still he's the big puncher. He still sets down every once in a while to make you respect him.
He can still fight.
Yeah, I love his punching power.
Through 6 rounds, Gaddy landed more than 200 punches, most of them on the face of Mickey Ward. And here comes Ward.
Let him go, let him go, let him out.
You can't stop him. Before a big fight, most fighters like to try something new in training. Ward's innovation this time around was to rest only 30 seconds between rounds of sparring.
Yeah, but I don't think Devinger preparing for this type of a fight here. Not only with a guy who's a busy fighter, but also a great puncher. At this stage, Mickey's being outdone in terms of talent, skill, but not in terms of heart. He's always trying, but
All right, let him go,
just
let him
one
out.
step behind.
Come on.
Ward has turned southpaw here at the end of the round.
To no great effect.
Hey, listen. We got 10 minutes, baby. Can we get 10 minutes? Yes. Okay, listen to me, baby. When he gets close to you, Arturo, if you're not going to punch, have your hands up. Just move. He don't want to fight no more. Okay, he's looking for the one shot. And go back to...
I'm all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Put it on him now.
Okay. You got to use everything with your left, Mick. Everything with your left. Yeah. Bang the shit out of him. Mick, don't be a puncher bag. If you're going to be a puncher bag, I'm not going to let this go like this. Fight hard. Okay. Get back.
Dick Eklund, Ward's brother and trainer, said he's not going to let him be a punching bag. Don't take so many punches. Can he start to avoid them? Is he Mickey Ward if he does avoid them?
I don't think he can avoid it. I think all he can do is just try to fight his way through the trouble, because he's not going to ever avoid all of those punches. Gaddy is extremely sharp tonight.
Gaddy threw 31 jabs in the 7th round. If he keeps throwing 30 jabs around, it's going to be awfully difficult for Ward to reel him in. It's going to set up the chance for Arturo to outbox Ward down the stretch, as he's done through most of the first 7.
You know, it's hard for me looking at the wars that I saw Gaddy in, and he's fought all of great wars and all of the top fighters. To see him moving like this, like a young fighter, just totally amazing to me.
And those wars you saw in the ring, he had some equally vicious wars with the champagne bottle and the nightlife on the circuit in New Jersey.
You know, but he's gone through changes before. As an amateur, he was a boxer. Early in his pro career, he was a brawler. Then he changed to a boxer to win a 130-pound title from Tracy Patterson. Then he became a brawler again, and here he is back to boxing.
Just the fact that he's here is amazing.
You give his management team great credit for taking him off for a couple of years to help restore him and give him easy fights and not use him up, because most of us didn't expect to see him still in the ring at the age of 30.
He's got a manager named Pat Lynch who's been as loyal and steadfast as any manager in boxing can be with Arturo Gaddy. He's kept his career alive.
Yeah, so even with all of that, there's something unusually physically in this man, for this man to take all of it. He's just one of those gifted guys like Yvonne Durrell. You just run across guys like that sometimes.
Another Canadian.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Absolutely. I thought that's why you were using Durrell as the standard there. I thought it was a given.
And you know, all of the punches Durrell took, when you meet him, he speaks like a British scholar, but very, very smart, intelligent man.
You don't fight with your head, Arthur.
There's that right hand again. The right again as Ward chops away at Gaddy. Arturo hitting a little flat spot here. Mickey Ward starts to come on. Crowd gets back into it. Gaddy throwing a few change-ups, and then the high hard look. Again, left-right combination landed flush. Ward bleeding heavily.
And Gaddy was hurt by a left and a right.
And this. Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
You gotta shake it up.
What a fight!
We gotta wait for that.
It looks like Mickey Ward is going to try to pull off another Emmanuel Burton.
Come here. You got him going now. Look, I swear, in case you got him going. Yeah.
Listen, baby. You're taking too many shots inside, Arturo. Throw the right hand to the body, Arturo. Okay?
Come on, baby.
Come on, Arturo, listen to me. We got 6 minutes. Arturo, you got 6 minutes. Give me the 6 minutes for Jerry.
That's it. It started with that short right hand again. You know, this fight is just turning back and forth so much, and I think the body shot in there had a lot of effect on him, and I don't know if Arturo is going to fully recuperate from that volley.
We know that Mickey Ward can keep fighting through this kind of action.
Ward landed 42 out of 71 punches.
We're not sure about Gatti because he hasn't been in this kind of a war with as strong a fighter as Ward before.
Body shot again. That's the body shot.
It's the left hook to the body, Ward's money punch, and this knockdown counts.
And he is hurt.
This is it. He's not going to recover. It's not like a head punch.
He may not be able to recover.
I don't think so. And Ward is going to go right back down again. Right to the body again. He's still hurting from the body punch also still. In addition to the head.
Arturo Gatti refusing to go down as Mickey Ward pounds away.
In the past, this is where Arturo Gatti has been dangerous.
But Ward should go back to the body again.
Gatti risking another low blow penalty to try to get Ward off of him and lands another big shot.
Burton, could Ward punch himself out for the time being with that tremendous barrage in the first minute? Just look at this.
Unbelievable.
Can you believe there's still a minute and a half to go in the round? Gatti blinking away the blood in his right eye. Can't see out of the right eye. Vicious body shots by Gatti. Ward nods as if to say, come on, come on. Come on, let's fight.
Trying to get a break. Ward should go right back to the body. That's where he should go to the body. You know, you dream of fights like this, but the very seldom really live up to the expectation. This is even more than you can dream of.
Just imagine if you bought a ticket. Stop it, stop it anytime. Arturo Gatti's out on his feet. Cappuccino's gonna let him keep going.
Gatti doesn't even have the strength to tie Ward up.
And here comes Gatti back.
Less than 10 seconds in the round. Gatti's gonna survive the round.
This should be the round of the century.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not gonna let you take this punishment. Okay? Now look at me. Look at me, Arturo. Tell me something.
This guy's done.
I know what the type of fight.
Still want to watch that movie. Honestly, it was good.